Well, hello and welcome to our episodes on Tripoli's historical sites and monuments. Refreshing, isn't it? Well, you see, there are certain periods in history that have a profound effect on cities, peoples, and their environment. You could look at it as a change of scenery on a stage, a change of script in a story. And Tripoli was witnessing such a change at the close of the 13th century. April of 1289 saw that change when the Mamluks of Egypt overran the Crusader county of Tripoli that lasted for nearly 200 years. Now, the Mamluks are devout Muslims, proud of their religion, and as a result infused their culture on the city, which produced a collection or an architectural heritage where Tripoli has the second largest collection of Mamluk architectural heritage on earth, behind Cairo. Our visit today is to the Mansouri Grand Mosque, or as it is known here in local dialect or in the areas here, the Mansouri Grand Mosque, or in Arabic, the Jami' al-Mansouri al-Kabir. And it is named after the Mamluk prince who conquered the city from the Crusades, Al-Mansur Qalawun. Now, the Grand Mosque was built by his two sons, Al-Ashraf al-Khalil and Al-Nasir Muhammad. Al-Ashraf al-Khalil in 1294 ordered the construction of the mosque from the remnants of the old destroyed Crusader church of St. Mary of the Tower, and his brother Al-Nasir Muhammad in 1314 built the arcades, as you see, around the stone courtyard. Now, the mosque itself was built on the remnants of the destroyed Crusader church, which was called St. Mary of the Tower. And it mixes between Mamluk and Norman architecture, where it appears very, as you can see in front of you here, the main entrance where the door is typically Norman in style, while other parts you have the mixture of Mamluk Islamic architecture. As we walk inside, we can see the tower itself that was converted into a minaret. Now, when Al-Ashraf al-Khalil ordered the construction of the Grand Mosque out of the remnants of the destroyed Crusader church of St. Mary of the Tower, he decided to leave the Lombardian-styled cathedral bell tower, which we will be seeing now, and he looked at it in a way where he fashioned it into a minaret, just like he left the main entrance, which is of Norman design, and the two small columns which are used inside the prayer hall by the Qibla on either side, which are definitely Norman in design. And the minaret, after he had styled it and fashioned it into a minaret, the bell tower, he sort of threw a flair of Moroccan style to it, you see. Now, we shall try and visit it. It's 4 floors, so let's go on and see what we can find out. Okay, now here we are entering the entrance where it takes us up to the bell tower. It's going to be a bit dark inside, but okay, as you see, we are going up the steps here. There are lots of stuff placed around here, just as keeping it, in good shape. But anyway, we'll try and get our way up into the bell tower itself. It's a bit tight, yet if all this stuff wasn't here, it would be much easier, definitely, to go up. Yeah, somebody placed a chair here, so you can have a rest on the way up. As I said, it is 4 floors going up, and it is square shaped, As we said, it was a Lombardian styled type of minaret, or the old cathedral bell tower that was shaped into a minaret. Okay, we can see the view from here, which is splendid, definitely. Beautiful view. You can see the whole courtyard out from here. You can see the ablution fountain, the cupola, of course, and the stone courtyard, the arcade, and there is the main prayer hall. Smaller and tighter steps, which they built and fashioned it into a minaret, and it will take us up to the last floor, and the view should be even nicer, much nicer from up there. I'm sure my cameraman is saying, "Oh God, you know, why should we go up all this way?" But it gives it really an interesting aspect, different perspective. We're right here at the top, and now you can see the Tripoli Citadel from here, and the old town in front of you. From looking east and swinging around all the way to the north, and then we can walk this way. This is the south, looking south and southwest. So basically you have a whole view of the area here. And again, we can look upon the main courtyard. It gives you a better, larger, much nicer view from here. So for the panoramic view of the courtyard itself. Well, now is the way down. So see you in another part of the Grand Mosque in a few shots. Now the mosque itself has 4 main entrances, 2 to the east, 1 to the west, and the main door being on the north. The western door and the northern door are always open. However, the ones to the east towards the old market only open on certain occasions. Now the mosque is designed in a way where it incorporates the whole area. It has an area of 3,000 square meters, about 50 to 60, plus it has an area inside making up about 1,630 square meters. Now the building consists of a stone courtyard. It consists of a stone courtyard surrounded by vaults, surrounded by arcade vaults, a cupola courtyard, an ablution fountain, plus prayer halls that are surprisingly compact compared to other mosques in the city, such as the Attar and others. Now the Mansouri Mosque is located in an area or neighborhood called the Nouri area or the Nouri district, which in a way it acts as a divider between the older part of the city and the newer part of the city. We're off to the east here is the Attarin and the Mhatra district. That's the older part of the city, and the area where the mosque exists is called the Nouri area. And then further on you have the Tel district, which you can refer to as the downtown, and further on you have the modern city as it spreads out in different directions. Now, the mosque itself has been a pivotal point in the history of the city of Tripoli. Say like Westminster Abbey in London, where many important events take place, stately funerals and such. Important factors exist here in the mosque. For instance, you have the sun clock. Now, this is designed in a way where the sun throws a shadow onto the mantle of the clock, and you can tell the time of day all throughout the year according to the change of the axis of the earth between summer solstice and winter solstice. Plus, it becomes a beehive of activity during the holy month of Ramadan, when during the last 10 days of the holy month and before the prayers of the last Friday of the holy month, a most devotional act, holy event is displayed, and effect actually is displayed, which is a hairpiece belonging to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And that is done in a way where it is where devotees are allowed to witness this event when they walk towards the room which is located at the western end of the main prayer hall. Now, the effect or the hairpiece is kept at the Islamic Endowments Office for the rest of the year for safekeeping, and it's only displayed during the holy month of Ramadan for people to see. Well, the main prayer hall, as you can see, is more or less compact in design, yet it is decorated with some mosaics and some Quranic verses around. Plus, it has the mumbar, which is of importance because it was endowed by the Emir Kortai, who acted as governor of Tripoli between 1316 and 1326, and he presented this to the city of Tripoli. He also built his own madrasa, religious school, right on the eastern side of the mosque, adjacent to the eastern wall, and it is the biggest of the religious schools, and it is known as the Kortawiyya. Well, from me, Valentine Di Carlo, and all the staff at Tripoli Today and Unforgettable Memories, or Tarablus Al-Hadir and Dhukriyat La Tunsa, I bid you farewell to our next episode. Bye-bye.